Hi guys, this is Luetin, and today we're taking a look at Rush Sharqi Peninsula. We're defending. Now we've played this one a couple of times, but I had a few people messaging me about this map, and I actually had on my Reddit post, I've been using Reddit a bit more after I said about it this week, and I decided I'd get a bit more positive and I would post things also that weren't just videos. So I started a thread there talking about, you know, any tactical questions. So we had a lot of good questions today. It got 78, it's up on 78 upvotes, it's done very well. We've had a huge amount of comments, over 100 comments we posted in total, so it's been a really good thread. Thank you for everyone who contributed to that, and you know, I was really pleased to get talking to people on Reddit, and you know, because I don't like the idea that people could see things are going the wrong way. Anyway, right, first things first, this helicopter, really important to take down this heli. Now unfortunately Ruzi is in this, or I call him Ruzi, I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name. It's a French name, I can't speak French. Anyway, down he goes, he crashed by virtue of our igloo fire. When you're defending on this one, the helicopter is very important to take down, because the helicopter can really be a primary source of frustration for you, okay? It can be really annoying. Look at the nice sort of medium range on the ACW there, it's a really good gun. Okay, they've got A armed up already, so they've been making a really fast rush. Now look, we're talking about minimap. Look, I'm not going down there, okay? I don't need to run down there. There's like 4, 5, 6 guys. What I am doing, whilst they are all worrying about A, I'm making sure that this tank doesn't sneak behind. I'm making sure that there's no one here coming into A. I'm the only one left up here, and I don't have anything to deal with this tank because I'm Igla, okay? My role in this map is to take that helicopter down when it comes back in and to keep harassing the helicopter. So that is my class setup for this one, okay? I can't change out onto the vehicle. Now, I'm banking on the fact that I'm probably going to be the only person who's worrying about this Igla. So my guys, alright, what we've done, they have pulled up to deal with the tank. Now they can't be down watching A while the tank's there, so I have now moved down. So this is what I mean, you know, we're talking about looking at the minimap and being aware of your teammates. Alright, they're worrying about the tank, so I've moved back. It's all about just being careful. And look, okay, we've got people moving around here, so I'm pulling back. I know that I have a window of opportunity where I can kind of do other things before the helicopter comes back, because it's obviously got to respawn. Yeah, here we go, these guys, and you can see they're moving around here. So I've kind of cleared these guys out and get taken down by a rather unlucky sniper fire there, but luckily he's got taken down as well. I've spoken to a lot of people about this kind of running snipers and stuff like this, people trying to quick scope with snipers on Battlefield. You can do it, but you're just going to end up with a poor... I think I was talking to Level and a couple of other guys about this, and it's like, you can see people like quick scoping, and I've seen montages recently with people getting quick scope skills. You can do it, but honestly, you're going to come unstuck. It's not going to help your team. You're not going to do well overall, and so on and so on. Anyway, so I was looking at A, we're defending that area, and I've pulled back up here because when the helicopter comes in, it will generally come up to kind of around this area. That's why I'm hanging here. I haven't just randomly decided to come here. I'm here for a reason, because, yeah, the helicopter will generally come in a straight line straight over to here. I'm moving back down to A now. Probably I think we're communicating with the team and stuff. I'm keeping an eye on it, look, because there's not so many people. They've all kind of focused on the left. Remember when you're on this base, okay, that this right-hand side can be really key to, you know, keeping a strong defense, because people will flank all the way around. And I know that when I'm playing, I often will use this left-hand road here to flank all the way around to B. We don't really have anyone over here, and actually I'm kind of surprised that in this round they didn't exploit that a little bit more, because we're not doing a particularly good job. As I remember though, I am dropping that MAV because they annoy the hell out of me, and MAVs can be really important. Okay, even if you're locking up a helicopter like this, and you can see Ruzi here coming back in, got a disable on it there, and down he goes. He obviously had an unlucky landing there. But suppressing and harassing that helicopter is really important, and you can see that unfortunately whilst we were away from the base, they got in here. I'm going straight for the defuse. But the rules, the question that was asked to me was, how can you possibly defend this base because they have a tank and a helicopter? Well, you know, as I've said, you can hear them bloody rearming it again. Okay, I got one guy. I remember this game. I remember calling out to Airborne and the guys. I said, there's one guy left. He's on the ground floor. Take him down. And there they go. There you see them clear them out and get back onto that objective. You can also see, look at the map right now, see how we've got multiple mines around A and also towards B. I said this on my Hauppauge Mountain. Come on, Luetin, what are you doing? Oh, I can see people going to A. That's what I'm doing. I'm running to A because there's guys coming in here. And as you see, I stopped the guy dead coming in on there. Now you can see, as I said, there were some mines on the road there. Now, if you've watched my Hauppauge Mountain defensive guide, if you haven't, then go check it out. It's very recent. It's literally posted a day or so ago. But on the Hauppauge, when I was talking about the importance of placing mines and how mines can really have a big impact on any enemy vehicles coming up. So what our guys had done is they placed mines near to A on the main route there and also to B. That's going to slow that tank down because even if he sees them and tries to deal with them, he's still got to slow down to deal with them. And that gives your engineers an opportunity to get on that target. You can see, look, we've got 2 mines placed here down on that road. Now, when people are asking me how can you possibly deal with all the armor and stuff, I mean, you know, this is not a strong base for attackers compared to other maps. It's not Caspian Border, it's not, you know, Hauppauge Mountains or any of the armored kill maps where they get tons and tons of vehicle. So this is an easier map really in the scale of things. Also, they have quite a distance to run on this first base. So I would say that the Sharqi first base is probably one of the kind of more medium difficulty maps to deal with. It shouldn't be too difficult for you to defend this base, provided you have a reasonably confident team, a reasonably skilled team. Okay, we're not talking like pro players, but we're not talking complete idiots at the same time. They need to have kind of a reasonably average skill level. And you can see that I didn't panic, I didn't rush down to A, because for one thing, you know, I need to stay around the B area, and second of all, we can see there's a few people down there, and I was relying on the fact that they were probably going to get that disarmed, so we don't want to panic every time a base gets armed. Now, normally, okay, you don't, there we go, get disable again. Now, as I remember this run, I'm remembering more of it as we go along. He actually lands, even though he's out of bounds, gets a repair on it. You can do that in helicopters. If you land out of bounds, you know, you've got 10 seconds to repair and then get back in. As soon as you get back in, you won't be out of bounds. So it's possible to repair your vehicle up, even if you're outside the zone. And notice what I've done again, I've moved straight back up. I haven't stayed kind of around the back waiting for the helicopter. I could have, you know, I've moved back up to support the team because I'm not worried. That heli, see, he's coming on of his own accord. And there we go, he ECM'd, but I got a missile away. I think that's deflected. And you see he keeps flying away around the back so that he can use these buildings as cover. See how he used that building as cover, so it flew straight into the building. Now I want to keep keeping an eye on him, but at the same time I need to support my team, and that's why I was moving backwards and forwards. But like I say, one of the key real things for defending, if you want to defend, is just focus fire these vehicles down, identify your threats, keep your team well spread out, look at your mini-map, okay, and that's basically all you want to do. That was lucky there, I heard that guy coming up behind me. Now the bad thing about keeping this helicopter in the air for so long is that you can see, as what's happening right here, they start dropping people out. So we've got 2-3 guys, airborne saved my ass there, a couple of guys jumping out on us from that helicopter because it's a spawn point. So that is why it's an important priority to take that helicopter down. Not entirely sure. Oh, I was getting ammo here, that's what I was doing. I was like, why am I standing at the wall? Yeah, I'm getting ammo. I think, as I remember, they're getting an epic kill here in a minute. I don't know if someone RPGs this helicopter down. I think I do remember that. Look at these guys here parachuting in. This is why you cannot be having this helicopter doing this stuff. I was just trying to move off the lock zone for it was getting a bit tight for me. I couldn't get enough. Come on. There we go. Right, down he goes again. He's actually managing to repair it. There we are. Now I've said before as well that staying too close onto the MCOM is a really bad thing. It's definitely true. When possible, you should try to move off of the MCOMs. If you stay on them too tight, and I do feel like I'm repeating myself more and more in these videos at the moment, but if you stay on an MCOM too tight, it will not allow you to properly defend it, because they will push right up to that MCOM, they will surround it, they'll kill everyone on it, then they will arm it, and you'll have a very difficult time getting back. Even if you can clear them, and get back to it, it's going to be very difficult for you to disarm in the amount of time you have available. That's why it's important that you stay in front. If you stay in front of an MCOM and create kind of like a buffer area, then even if you lose a couple of guys, then you can still replenish the people up there. But if you're behind, it doesn't matter because they can just get the arm, you know. Okay, and exactly, you see, this is exactly what I'm doing again. I'm not staying in and around the B area, moving forward up the road here, trying to find these targets and drop people down, trying to kind of push up and harass. And again, even if you're marking targets and so on, I could definitely hear the semi-automatic snipers there firing at me. Just kind of pew, 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 just hearing the suppressed sniper units. I'll tell you though, I was watching a video with In The Works, and he was talking about the SKS, and I don't very often run with the semi-automatic snipers. I did on a couple of close quarter games the other day because some enemies were using it and it was kind of annoying the hell out of me, so I decided to change it onto that and give it a go. But I was using the M417, which is a really nice gun. Okay, look again, I'm moving back out. Look at this, damn, they're using EODs and all. Okay, look, you see, I didn't try to go for the disarm, right? You often see this when people are going for, you know, they've got to disarm. Everyone tries to disarm. I didn't want to do that, okay? There's no need for me to be on it. We've pretty much cleared... That was a good takedown on that heli there. We've pretty much cleared the area out, and there was like 3-4 people on the MCOM. So why would I need to be on the MCOM too? So I just turned around, I came back out here, because the last thing you want is to just get within a second of disarming that target, only to have someone come to where I am right now and just fire you know, an LMG or whatever into the mix, or throw a grenade or whatever, just take people down. So I was moving around. You should do this too. If you see 1 or 2 people on an MCOM, don't try and disarm it with them, move back out and try and take them down. As I remember, I fail epically here. Or do I? Nope, I take DT down. Bad luck, DT. That's where I failed. See, I told you I heard an M417 somewhere. It was this guy. I knew I could hear that gun. Mr. Waffles. Look at him bouncing up and down there on the rock. Okay, look at the minimap right now. See, we got 2, 3, 4 guys flanking up on that right hand side on the road. See, they've obviously found that we're too strong on the left, so they're turning around onto the right now. And I do remember in game calling this out, saying they're coming in from the right hand side, so we need to get over there. You need to turn your attention to the right, and you can see that's why people are looking here. Communication is so important as well, and I was calling out DTs behind this wall here. You can see my squad comes in, clears him out. It's worth always putting your comms onto team chat as well if you're on a console. Obviously on PC you can't do that, so you have no way of communicating with the rest of your team unless you know them and have a TeamSpeak server or something along those lines anyway. Okay, so we're getting back in, and you can see that we're moving around here. The guys over there on the right clearing it out. Now, okay, they're over there on the right hand side dealing with these things. So where am I going back to? I'm going back on the left hand side, because look, helicopter's coming in again. So I'm keeping my class role in mind. I'm focusing on taking this helicopter down. He's using flares. Now I can easily lock him up again and probably get a missile away because he's already flared. And I'm pretty sure... There we go. Down he goes. So you see how important it was to come back up on this left hand side, and you can see that Noz, or whoever, I think it was Noz over there, has found that the tank is back up. So you see why again it's important to come away from areas where, you know, there's action going on. There's a load of our team over on the right hand side. I don't need to be on that right hand side if they're there already. But look, we've got infantry moving up on the left hand side. There's still our whole team on the right. We don't have enough people over here right now. Look at what's happening. You see, this is what I'm always saying in every video that I make. I'm always saying this. You need to move to the areas where the enemy... And look, now look, the team starts coming back. The team starts coming back when technically it's too late, alright? They've already rolled up with the tank. There's already 2 to 3 people pushing into the base. Look how close they are right now. They're right on the edge. They're closer than they've managed to get, really, apart from that one arm. So, again, it's all about reaction time. If the teammates had been thinking about the fact that, you know, okay, we've nearly finished dealing with these people on the right, maybe we should move back to the left, that's the kind of thinking you need to have in game. If you want to have a successful defense, you need to be preempting where people are going to be coming from. It's too late if you're reacting once they've already reached your base. It's too late. You need to be moving before that so that you can deal with them, you can take them down before they become a threat. Don't wait for them to sneak up on you and get into the base, because then they'll start spawning more people. You'll have, before you know it, you have recon points down in the base and everything like that. And look at this guy right here. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4 guys perhaps right with me on the left hand side. None of them spotted this guy moving up. He was crawling into the base. He could have, if he was a recon and he crawled that far with no one noticing, he could have potentially crawled into a building, put a recon point down. You could have had a whole squad in there causing all sorts of problems, distracting you from defending properly, and before you know it, you could have had a base overwhelmed just from one guy. And it all comes down to spreading out, marking targets, and being aware of things coming around you. Now, it's important to say and remember that every round is different, okay? There's going to be a multiple, option of things that can happen in game, and you can't be expected to always be in the right place at the right time. So you have to make an informed guess. You have to try and make the best choice you can on the information you have available. You need to look around you, look at what's happening, try and understand what's happening, try and think about what you would do. Think about what you would do as well. That's the best, advice really when you're defending. If you were in an attacking situation, think about what you would do. Look at your team when you're defending. Look at where they're weak, where they're strong. Think, okay, if I was attacking right now and looking at how my team is laid out, how would I get into the base? If you see that none of your teammates are on the right hand side, it stands to reason that the enemy are kind of vaguely aware of this too. And you can see again that despite all our kind of quite good efforts, they're still managing to sneak into the base here and there. As I said earlier, for as medium a difficulty as Sharqi is, it also can be quite tricky because you have quite a wide base. We've got this left road, the middle road, and the right hand side, so it's very, very open to flanking. Add in the helicopter into that, it can be a little bit tricky. Thanks for watching this one, guys. Hope it's been enjoyable. I hope that answered the question for a couple of people on Reddit, and I think this was a good round to cover overall. See you for some more Battlefield stuff very, very soon. Please like, share, subscribe as always if you've enjoyed this, and maybe check me out on Reddit, Twitter, and all those other things. Thanks for watching. See you soon.